So next we are going to discuss about double cage rotor construction. So what do you mean by double cage rotor? How it differs from a normal rotor? So here normally in induction motor you will be having a stator as well as rotor. Stator is nothing but the stationary part, whereas the rotor is the rotating member, as you know. So here in double cage, the name itself says that we have two cages, one is the upper cage and the other one is a lower cage. So why we are preferring this double cage rotor means in order to get a good running performance, we are going for a double cage rotor. So as you know already, induction motor, it is nothing but the rotor receives electrical power by induction principle. That's why it is called induction motor. Here we have two cages, one is upper cage and the lower cage. So the stator of the double cage induction motor is same as that of normal induction motor. Whereas in rotor we have two parts, one is upper cage and the other is lower cage. So the upper and lower cages are separated by or connected by a small pipe-like arrangement that is called constriction. So the upper cage has low leakage flux. So low leakage flux. So the reactance of the upper cage is low. So low reactance. So the upper cage of double cage induction motor has low leakage flux and low reactance. So and the resistance offered by the upper cage will be very high. So what is resistance? It is nothing but the opposition to the flow of current. So the resistance offered by the upper cage motor will be very high, so that most of the current will be reaching the lower cage. So thereby we are getting a better running performance in case of double cage rotor. So in case of double cage rotor construction, it is similar to a normal induction motor, whereas here we have two cages in the rotor. The stator of the induction motor is same as that of normal induction motor, whereas the rotor has two cages, one is the upper cage and the other is the lower cage. The upper cage and lower cage are connected with a small pipe-like arrangement that is called constriction, and upper cage has low leakage flux so that its reactance is low. So what is reactance? You know, XL equal to L into omega. So L is nothing but inductance and omega is the angular speed. So here the resistance offered by the upper cage will be very high. So most of the current will be flowing to the lower cage. So you know what is resistance? It is nothing but the opposition to the flow of current. Thereby the current reaches the lower cage. So in double cage rotor, main advantage of this double cage rotor is we can get a good running performance. Compared to starting, we are getting a good running performance in case of double cage rotor.